Hello everybody and welcome to the Adventures of Drawing. I'll draw a scene for you using a variety of pencils, a smudging tool and an eraser. So without further ado, let's go right into this. Gonna have my frame right here, like so. A horizon line down here in the lower fourth of the scene. Totally not satisfied with that, but okay. All right, should we have a sky today? You know what? Let's not have a sky today. Let's go right into the ground right here. In the background, then have a midground here. And set up the foreground as well. Gonna have it all at once, because I don't want to have any complicated composition. I just want to draw a tree today. So I'll give the ground a little bit of detail and background right there. I'm not going to fill in all those blank areas. I want to have a couple of them blank for some extra detail and contrast from the very bright to the dark areas, not just the mid and the dark areas. Okay, maybe leave that blank, maybe go in here like that and across like this. Go in here like that, up here, just the edge of this hill right there. Something down here. And maybe something in there. And that's our ground for today. And now let me set up the tree right here. First, just an outline for the trunk. That's wider at the bottom and narrower at the top. Maybe that's too wider than I wanted it to be, but now it's like that. I'll just take that. Okay, that's maybe before drawing the primary branches. Today I will first set up the locations where they come from. Maybe like this. Like so. All right. And now I'm going to give them a shape. Maybe this one goes right there. This one goes up here. This one goes over there like this. This one goes over here, and then there's a little loop. One like this. This one goes out here and comes back there. This one goes over here. This one over there. This one's behind the tree, or it starts behind the tree. And it goes a little bit to the right. But since it goes mostly away from us, it doesn't go too far to the side. It's mostly just going away from us, so it doesn't go away too much from the trunk. Okay, this one maybe goes like this, since it points almost directly towards us. This one also doesn't go too far, but it's a little bit at an angle, so it goes out a little bit. This one just goes out. This one's at an angle as well. Goes like this. This one goes out. This one as well. So does this one. Maybe it goes down here. This one's behind the tree again. And this one is in front of it. So it goes like that, maybe. Okay, let's have a couple more up here. One like so. Another one like so. Okay, let me get rid of the ground behind the tree right here. Let's have, a shadow side on the left side. Wow, I'm just throwing away my pencils here. Shadow side on the left side of the tree. Maybe like that. Okay. Let's go in and extend it to the right into the light side. Like so. Give it a bit of a texture. Using the very pointy tip of the pencil, I'm going in there, up and down, with a very squiggly zigzag line. Okay, maybe to this point, up there at the top. It's too thin to see any type of texture. Also, the more you go into the periphery of the tree, the less pronounced the texture gets, and eventually on the very thin branches there's almost no texture, mostly. Okay, repeat that for the light side, and then you've got the tree trunk done. Next thing is pronouncing the primary branches a little bit more. I'm using the 3B pencil to get those nice and dark. Oh no, I can't even follow my lines that I had earlier. I think this branch is not the one that loops. I think this one goes up here and stops right in front of the trunk. Don't remember, but I think that's what it was. That's what I see at least right now. This one was the one with the loop. This one goes up here as well, and this one has a dynamic already because I used the flat area of my pencil lead right here. Maybe I can give all the branches a dynamic already, doing the same thing, using the white area of the lead right here. Of course, there I have to angle it differently then to still use the white area. This one down here, and let's get it done for this branch down here already. Okay, then I need this one and this one as well. Okay, next one is up here. Again, thinner right there. This one. Up here. Going up there. This one started more in the middle of the tree trunk. You can't see that very well right now, since the dark branch is not visible very well against the dark trunk, but at least that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be. If I was drawing a more detailed tree and I would add shadows and lights to the wider parts of the branches as well, I could make the trees in front of the branches in front of the trunk stick out a little more. But that's not what's happening right here. Right here, I'm just going along with my dark value for those branches right here. Zip and go up there. And then I think it goes down here. This one goes up here. Up there, like this. Then let's get the top a little darker and go a little darker right here. And there's the last one over here. Okay. Now we've got a basic layout. And I'm going to add some more branches. Maybe making them a little longer. Let's say I'll add 3 branches to every primary branch right here. Now that's a wild area. Pretty much going on there already. It's going to be even fuller with all the branches at the end. Let's have another loop here. I like making the branches seemingly loop. It gives them a nice sense of space where they come towards you or go away from you. It's a type of overlapping. Okay, maybe just 2 secondary branches here, not too much up here. Just 1 for that one, 2 for this one. Maybe this one gets 3. This one too, and the top gets a bifurcation up here. Okay, gonna switch to the HB pencil for the next type of branches to make them not as dark. Since they are thinner, they're not visible as much as the primary and secondary branches. So by just making them lighter, I create the impression of them being thinner and less visible. Let me maybe just stick to the right side for the beginning and then come around to the left side once I've done the right side right here. Okay. And you can see that it's starting to get really full. The more branches you add, the less you can see which branch is which, and that's making it a little more difficult to know where there should be branches and where there shouldn't. But you can just go along using the density of the branches as an orientation, where it looks like there are a lot of branches. Of course, there are a lot of branches. And where there are gaps, you can just add some branches and make that area adapt to the rest of the tree. I feel myself getting a little impatient, just wanting to add straight branches instead of making them squiggly. I gotta restrain myself and keep at it and just make those branches wavy and squiggly. Okay, that's the next layer done. I think I want one more. I mean, one more before I add the last type of branches at the very tip. So here we go. One more round. I'm just going with my guts now. There should be a lot more branches of this type than I'm drawing in. Since, of course, with every type or layer of branch, the amount of branches multiplies. Had to compare what I'm seeing on my sketchbook with what I'm seeing on stream, and I was thrown off by the fact that the camera inverts the picture. So I thought I was looking at the right side of the tree on my screen, and I was looking at the left side, and I thought, wait a second, this looks like there are very few branches where there should be a lot. But I then realized that on the screen I was looking at the left side of the tree that I'm working on right now. There weren't a lot of branches yet, so it all makes sense. Some more in here, some more branches down here, and we're almost done with this layer. That's it. And now I'm just going to add a lot of tiny branches at the tip of every branch that we got so far. Well, I mean, not a lot. No, don't want there to be too many, but just a couple. Since way out there is where the branches really branch out and bifurcate into many, many very small branches, where in spring the buds for new leaves appear. And you can now really see it all come together. And I'm not trying too hard right here or anything. You don't have to stress too much to draw a tree in, of course, not 100% detail or photorealistic tree, but a tree where people say would go, "Oh wow, you did this. That's pretty cool." The important thing is to not want to go into the complete amount of detail from the beginning. At least that's what I found during my attempts of drawing trees. Don't draw the first primary branch and then the next layer of branches, secondary, tertiary, and so on that single branch, because then you will get lost in the detail. And it's going to look strange since you're drawing a tree with only one branch. And even though you've added the right amount of detail, it does look strange. And so you are going to try and change that one branch in the hopes of it at some point looking good. But you're probably not going to succeed. So adding those different layers seems to be the trick. Okay. And we're on the left side now. And almost, or I want to say, halfway done with that side. So there's only a quarter left to go. Gotta be patient here. Be ready to just do something that's rather repetitive. But that's what it is. Lots of branches. You've got to fill them all in. Okay. And there we go. I'm not going to, or well, I'm going to erase what sticks out on the side right here and right there. And maybe give it a little bit of a more clear line down here. But I want to keep the frame up here to give the scene a boundary, since there's no sky that stops at some point. Okay, there we have our scene for today. I hope you like what you see. Hope you enjoyed watching. Maybe it gave you the motivation to do something yourself. Be creative or get some work done. If you find yourself coming back to the channel, please consider subscribing. leaving a like on the video and a comment, maybe discussing what you think about what I'm doing here. With all that said, thanks again for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.